You damn idiot. Don't touch him. Her voice cracked with fury as I caught him slipping his hands beneath her skirt. The rage surged inside me, and without hesitation, I landed blow after blow on the bastard. We'd only been together 3 months since he returned to town, and now they were planning to marry. As for me, she spat the word cuckold like it was a curse, promising I'd be left with nothing when the divorce was over. My revenge, I vowed, would be swift, cold, and brutal. I'll never forget that moment when my heart shattered, the instant I stopped believing in her. It happened on a deceptively quiet Saturday afternoon, the kind where everything feels normal until the ground crumbles beneath you. I had just returned early from a business trip, hands full with a bouquet and luggage, thinking of surprising her with a peaceful night in, but the house was too quiet. The front door hung slightly ajar. My gut screamed at me, "Don't go in," but I did. Stepping inside, I heard soft laughter from the living room, then a low whisper, "Asterisk, come on, don't be shy." Asterisk. It wasn't my voice. I set down my suitcase quietly and crept around the corner. There she was, Madison, my wife, perched on the edge of our couch, wine glass in hand, blouse undone in a way that screamed disrespect. Sitting beside her was Brandon, my childhood friend who'd left town years ago to find himself. His hand slipped under her skirt. I saw red. Before my brain could catch up, my fist connected with his face. He staggered backward, crashing into the glass coffee table, shards scattering as he hit the floor. But it was what she said next that broke me. "You damn idiot. Don't touch him. He's my first love." She didn't look at me, didn't reach for me. Instead, she knelt beside Brandon, cradling his head like I was the intruder in our home. "We've been together 3 months," she spat, venom burning in her eyes, "ever since he came back to town. And we're getting married. Greg," her voice turned icy calm, "as for you, you cuckold, I'll leave you with nothing in the divorce." That word, cuckold, hit me like a grenade. I froze, but she thought I was finished. What she didn't know was that she'd just awakened something dark inside me, something she'd never seen before. I wasn't here to fight for her anymore. I was here to bury her and the bastard she brought with her. That night, I checked into a cheap motel across town. Not because I had nowhere else to go, but because I needed a place to become someone new. The man she married was gone. I became a strategist, a patient hunter, plotting the slow unraveling of her lies. First, I launched a digital autopsy. Madison had never logged out of our shared cloud account on my phone. There, I found everything. Flirtatious texts dating back 6 months, hotel bills charged on my card, voice memos where she called me a pathetic placeholder. Each file burned like acid, but I didn't break. I cataloged every detail, creating a folder labeled the Cuckoo Files. Brandon's Achilles heel. I remembered his teenage years, how he buried a criminal record for minor fraud and identity theft. I called in a favor, and within 36 hours, I had sealed juvenile documents in hand. Then I dug into his recent loan application for his life coaching business, one that hid that felony, falsifying a federal loan, a serious federal offense. Madison's career was about to implode. She worked in HR at a company obsessed with trust and image. An anonymous package arrived at their headquarters, containing evidence of her affair, her unauthorized access to employee files, and confidential documents she'd shared with Brandon. Within a week, she was suspended pending an ethics review. Her life quietly started to unravel. Brandon's loan was flagged. Madison's boss stopped returning her calls, and her engagement announcement on Facebook got no likes, only dozens of private unfollows. But I hadn't even made my move yet. This was just the opening act. When I finally filed for divorce, I did it with surgical precision. I wasn't just walking away. I was dismantling everything she thought she owned. With every text, every photo, every damning document from the Cuckoo Files, I armed my lawyer, a shark in high-stakes divorces. His verdict: "This is the cleanest slam dunk I've seen in 15 years. You're walking away with the car, the house, the dog if you want." I smiled. I didn't want the dog. Let her have him. Small victory, symbolic, but perfect. Madison arrived at the courthouse dressed to win. High heels, expensive blouse, Smug smile like she already owned the place. Brandon was there too, in a suit 2 sizes too big, expecting a quiet man ready to sign away his life. Instead, they got my lawyer, who calmly laid out Exhibit A, the fall of Madison Reeves. Screenshots of Brandon living in our home during separation, HR violations proving Madison's abuse of confidential data, bank records showing she drained our joint account to fund a luxury weekend with Brandon on my birthday. The judge listened quietly, raising an eyebrow only once when Madison's own recorded words calling me a spineless cuckold echoed through the courtroom. Madison didn't flinch. Brandon whispered something. She slapped his hand away. The cracks were showing. By the end, I owned the house. She got the credit card debt. I kept full control of our investments. She lost her job, faced a civil suit. And Brandon? He walked out alone, staring at his phone like it could undo everything. The judge looked over his glasses and said, "Mrs. Reeves, it seems your husband was far from the naive man you took him for." She couldn't answer, just sat there, mascara running. Revenge isn't a scream from the rooftops. It's watching them climb the ladder you built, then walking away as it collapses beneath them. 3 weeks after the hearing, Brandon vanished. A mutual friend texted me, "Yo, Brandon bailed, moved to Arizona, left her behind." I didn't reply, but I checked her socials that night. Her status changed from engaged to single. No posts, no announcements, just silence. Brandon's business website disappeared. His phone was disconnected. The LLC revoked for fraud. I'd exposed his lies to the bank. They opened an investigation. He ghosted, left her with nothing but broken promises. Madison spiraled, tried to appeal, claimed emotional abuse, manipulation. The evidence was airtight. She lost again. A week later, she emailed me desperate. "I just want to talk. I know you hate me, but we had real memories, Greg." I left it on read. Then another, "Brandon's gone. I'm in a studio apartment now. You win." I didn't reply. It was never about winning. It was about balance, restored. Months later, I went on my first date in a long time. A chill rooftop bar. Good conversation. She asked if I'd been married before. I told her the truth. She blinked. "You're Greg Callahan? I've heard about you." Apparently, my story had spread. Not the gossip, but the legend of the quiet husband who played the long game, who got everything back without raising his voice. She smiled. "I love that. Most guys just post angry rants online." I shrugged. Sometimes silence is louder. Revenge doesn't end with the dust settling. The real ending is a silence afterward, the peace of finally being free. Since Madison's betrayal, over a year has passed. I laugh again. I took a promotion, bought a motorcycle, spent weekends hiking or at the lake. No longer haunted by lies or panic at a phone buzz. Freedom isn't when they leave you. It's when you realize you never needed them at all. Her final message last month. "I saw you at the cafe. You look happy. I'm glad. I wish I'd known what I had." No apology. No ownership. Just empty regret. I didn't reply. She'll never forget what I did. The courtroom, the fallout, the silence. The moment I walked away and never looked back. If you've been betrayed, don't scream. Don't beg. Don't break things to feel powerful. Instead, build your case. Build your strength. Build your strategy. Then watch them dig their own grave and hand them a shovel with a smile. Because the best revenge is watching them lose everything they gambled against you, while you build a life they'll never be invited into again. She thought I'd be the ruin in her story. Instead, I became the ending she couldn't rewrite. If this story left your jaw on the floor, don't just watch. Subscribe for more raw, real stories of betrayal and brilliant comebacks. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Was Greg justified? Like, share, and help others find strength in silence.